let's get right into it. Uh, we are your casting duo. uh, what's up? We're here to talk about the Atlanta Reign versus the New York Excelsior from the playoffs of the Overwatch League 2019. I thought this was a good game to go over because I've not watched this game. I've watched some of the other games, and as you can see, with the we got the winners bracket up here. We got the New York Excelsior taking on the London Spitfire, and the Atlanta Reign pulling a crazy victory over the San Francisco Shock. San Francisco Shock had a crazy run last year. I believe they were the Stage Two champions, and um, they had a flawless stage. They won. Basically, there are 7 matches uh, that you play each stage, and they won uh, all 28 maps that they played. So they did not drop a single map, nor less a match throughout the entire stage. And then they went on to win the finals of that stage. Uh, they wound up in third because they had some iffy moments and stuff like that. Obviously, the Titans, clearly number one or whatever. New York Excelsior are New York Excelsior and the Atlanta Reign are actually in the same division. And they say that the division that they're in is not like as good or whatever, so they're like a little bit boosted by the fact that they're in a worse division than the Shock and the Titans. The Shock and the Titans are in the same division, and they played each other multiple times. And uh, but yeah, the Atlanta Reign have been just heating up recently. Through in Stage 4, they've just proved that they're an excellent squad, and uh, they proved it. I mean, beating the San Francisco Shock is the proof is in the pudding. Beating the San Francisco Shock, because they are just clearly one of the most dominant teams in the Overwatch League period that we've seen, and one of the most dominant teams, like currently, of course. So they're they're definitely underdogs, but they're not nearly as much of underdogs as I think a lot of people might think. I'm Harrison Felice. I'm joined here by Haribo Felipe, and we're going to be bringing you the match between NYXL, New York Excelsior, and the Atlanta Reign here today. We're looking at some highlights because I don't know what the fuck I don't know what any of this is because we can't hear it. It's muted. So let's just get right into the matches. We're going to start on Busan, relatively new map, uh, but it's got a lot of diversity. I could see a lot of different diversities between the comps here. I think I'm going to start out with some analysis casting, just for I guess to break character or whatever. But I'm going to start out with some analysis casting, and then I'm going to move more into play-by-play casting if I feel comfortable with it, and then maybe both as I feel comfortable with it. But I'm more confident in like an analysis cast for right now because I've never done either of them. I've never really thought about doing like either role or whatever. I feel like I'd probably be better more as an analysis caster because I'm not good at really talking and like saying my thoughts and stuff like that. But we're just going. We're getting right into it. Or hold on. Scuffed VOD. Alright. So we're starting out on Mecha Base. And it looks like the Atlanta Reign are going to be playing Meta Comp. Of course, we got the Orisa Sigma, the double shields. Sigma was recently introduced into the game. And then we got Masa and Dogman on the Lucio Moira, same with Jonak and Animo. It looks like we're going to be seeing a mirror match here on Mecha Base. And of course, Reapers received several buffs. And Doomfist is very good with comboing with the Orisa. Let's see what they decide to do here. It looks like they split off mono here. That was a really nice pull with the pull to combo with the punch from Doomfist. And it looks like New York Excelsior had to retreat. Yeah, Dogman farming that Coalescence. Bro, this is so hard. Holy shit, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Alright, so they win that fight. Okay, so New York Excelsior win the fight. It looks like they're going to be coming in with a massive ult advantage. They have 4 ultimates versus. Actually, no, it's not. This could potentially be a 12 ult fight because they have like 5 on each side. Dogman kind of split himself off there, but they used their ults quickly and decisively. They decided to use them all in the choke, and they even got both support ults out of the Atlanta Rain, which is exactly what you want to do. And they still wound up winning the fight, and they still have both of their support ults. So this is going to be a question of can the Atlanta Rain do exactly what the New York XL just did to them, uh, and get out both their support ults and like still win. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. They didn't even use their ults. They weren't even able to take a fight there. They got an early pick off. New York XL just playing on this high ground here, looking really comfortable hanging out up here. They only used Coalescence, so they still have beat, which is very big. Meko already has a new. Wait, what the fuck is that even called? A Gravitic Flux. He already has a new Gravitic Flux. He gets 2 kills with it. It is a very chaotic fight going on here. But Dogman keeping everybody alive with the Coalescence. Very nice. It looks like they're going to be able to retake the point as they were able to finally break free from the choke point that they had them in. The New York XL is very low HP here. They're gonna need, yeah, they lose Meko. Jonak, yeah, Jonak needed to pop that Coalescence immediately, or else they were gonna die. And I mean, they wound up dying. I don't think this fight is winnable for New York Excelsior. Mono going in for a 1v1 on Pokepo, Zabiolbi, they're all. Yeah, New York XL was looking very lost that fight. They did not have good target priority whatsoever. Atlanta Rain, potentially New York XL investing ultimates in a non-winnable fight there. Atlanta Rain's going to be coming in with an ultimate advantage. They're going to have about 4, both tank ults, both support ults. It's looking good for the Atlanta Rain here. Also, use the beat early. Dogman prioritizing the Bongo with the Coalescence. Bongo is very important ultimate. And this is just pure chaos here. Neither team appears to be very well regrouped and focus fired or anything of the sorts. Baby Bay coming in with the 2K. And it looks like Atlanta Rain will be cleaning house here, taking Mecha Base. Overall, a very close map. Not Both teams looking pretty even on that first map overall. Atlanta Reign just seemed to be a little more coordinated with their ultimates, or sorry, and their focus fire as well. Rolling out, same comps. Looks like Baby Bay is going off to the right. They do a really good job of shutting down Libero on the Doomfist there. But Baby Bay just gets NYXL did a better job of shutting down the enemy Reaper. So it's a matter of if you're getting out, if you're gonna go on a flank, you're gonna need to be able to get out. And Libero was able to get out there, and Baby Bay was not. And getting the first kill in the fight is of course very valuable. And the ultimates seem to be pretty even here. Libero's doing some sneaky stuff. They don't know he's here yet. Ooh, this is a huge rock. Huge rock from Gator there. Shut down the Doomfist to get no value. Unfortunately, Urster feeds. York Excelsior retreating here. I'm not sure why. They did have a bit of an advantage. I think they did not want to take a fight in that area. Like they wanted to regroup their positioning and stuff. Very chaotic fight here. Baby Bay using his ultimate, not getting any kills with it. Winds up finally finding Saviolbi. And then they get Meko, and at this point they're just stalling, really. But the Atlanta Reign needs to focus fire here. They need to get... They need to stun some of these guys. They really need to... The New York Excel, playing well, but it's more of a mistake from Atlanta Reign there because they were able to get like an extra 15% on the point, and sometimes that's the difference between a fight and like two fights or one fight. New York Excel looks like they might be in one fight territory here. With this at the 78%. Atlanta Reign seem to have the ultimate advantage because they have Sound Barrier. Sound Barrier is very, very key ultimate here. And the question is, can New York Excel get more value out of their Bongo than the Reign can the Barrier? Libero not having a good time hanging out in the statue. People getting booped around all over the goddamn place. Nobody knows where anybody is. Atlanta Reign are maintaining control of the point. New York Excel so close to capping it here, but Atlanta Reign they're able to just stay alive and just keep contesting the point, and now they're even in percentage, and it looks like New York Excel might be able to. Yeah, they finally get the flip, but it took so long for them to get the flip there. They just weren't able to confirm any kills. And Masa already has another sound barrier here. Yeah, Popo switching to the Hammond to get the last second touch. They know that they're not going to be able to get very much time here, and he is not able to touch. Okay, well, they he does a good old Charlie Niner, good old C9 there. He goes for the slam, but does not touch the point, and therefore does not trigger overtime for his team to come in and actually take a fight. Unfortunately. Now, downtown is a map that we could see some different strategies. It has very different geometry. All three of the maps on Busan here have very different strategies. It looks like New York XL are coming out with a Bastion Symmetra. They also have a Baptiste instead of a Moira here. And they're going on the right side. Let's see what they do with this. They TP and they immediately get pulled off at the high ground. Very well played from Pokpo. And they're just locking down control of the point here, zoning everybody off. And Atlanta Rain playing very nice around the point, just trying to make sure that they stay out of line of sight there. And the New York XL do not get any value out of the Bastion, unfortunately. Dogman doing some tactical crouching on Jonek. New York XL are forced to swap off because they did not get the control that they wanted. Oh, Masa gets a huge double kill at the boop there. I didn't even notice that. But I think all of that came down to the positioning. New York XL not in a very good position here. And Atlanta Rain taking full advantage of it, getting nice poke damage in. But you'll be able to come in on the flank, get some kills. And it looks like Atlanta Rain might be retreating. No, they're going to take this fight. They think they can get some kills here. Urster kills Meko. They use the beat. It might have been a bit of an overcommit with the beat there, but honestly, just better to win the fight and not, make sure that you win the fight and you continue taking up the control meter there. They did get off it for a little bit. New York XL was able to get 11%, but overall, probably better to use a beat. Definitely well played by Atlanta Rain to back off a little bit there. Regroup as a team. Identify what ults they have. Use them correctly. Yeah, Gator was. It did not seem like Atlanta Rain were in position to really support the gravitic flux there. And New York XL decided to get on the back line, take advantage of this. Oof, yeah, Atlanta Rain, they all go on the left side. All trapped here at the. Oh, fuck. They already used a gravitic flux. Pokpo maybe placing that bongo a little too far ahead. Maybe being a little bit ambitious with it. It looks like they bait them thinking that they're going to go up top, but they wound up going in the bottom. It's a huge punch by Ursa to knock CBLB out of the Death Blossom, but it doesn't matter. They're just unable to get the positioning. New York XL able to play that choke really well. And the ult advantage, it seems to be in Atlanta Rain's favor here, but if New York XL can build up a beat, and they're actually no, they have the advantage of the tank ultimates. They'd be able to get no value out of his Death Blossom mono, pulling him away. Very nice. And now they are just cleaning house. They were really dependent on the Death Blossom as they didn't really have much else to to work with there. And Animo, they didn't even need to use like 2 or 3 of their ultimates there. They just well played. Atlanta Reign not able to fully capitalize on, or sorry, able to use their ults effectively enough. Very well played from New York XL. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. We just watched the New York Excelsior beat the Atlanta Reign on Busan. But it was a very close. It was definitely a close match between the two of them. Uh, Atlanta Reign taking Mecha base, but New York Excel was able to power through and take. What's it called? I think it's called Sanctuary. Sanctuary in downtown with there's some better teamwork and some better countering of the enemy's ultimates. It looks like New York Excel are going to come out with another Bastion strat here. They don't have a Symmetra this time. They actually have a May. And they're also using a Moira Baptiste here. They're not using the Lucio. They're not using a Mercy either, which is something you typically see with a Bastion strat. It's very interesting. They get the double shields at the Bastion. Atlanta Reign, they see this and they're going to go back. They're going to make a swap onto Genji here. They're not really sure what they want to do yet exactly. They know they want to keep Gator on the Sigma, though. Sigma provide too much value here. NYXL playing relatively spread out. I want to make sure that they have good control over the point here. But Mono kind of drops in alone. They use the wall here. It's very nice to get the contest onto Mono. Pressuring out the Bastion is Erster. Maybe able to find a kill on the Mono. They weren't able to kill or get enough value out of the Bastion to get the kills that they wanted there, and Atlanta Reign able to take the point here. Jonak just going to die on the objective. He'll have Coalescence next fight. And Ursa going to swap out to the Doomfist. Probably not going to get much value out of the Blade. Honestly, just better to swap off. Very well played from the Atlanta Reign. Only making the swaps that are necessary. It's very important that you only make a small amount of swaps and not wholesale swaps so that you keep your ultimates, right? Because we got Popo and Gator here are at 60% ult. Looks like Babyface setting up on the flank here. He's getting some pressure. They got a nice wall. Isolating the Orisa here. They're able to keep him alive, though, with the Coalescence. Babyface teleporting to the back. Huge pull right into the Death Blossom, but they're unable to actually get any value out of it. He gets rocked in the face. And Meko will send them packing. Very good awareness from Meko there. No eliminations to come from that Death Blossom, actually, even though it was very well set up. Meko also going to have his ultimate. And he's going to use it early. And they're just getting so much value out of these Mei walls here, splitting off the team so they can't get healed, they can't get supported by the team. But on the very nice B coming in from Masa to save everybody, keep everybody up. And Atlanta Reign were able to win off the back of that beat. Very good awareness from Masa there. Libero going to swap onto the Doomfist, and now it's back to a mirror match here. Ooh, they get Mono very low. But Animo keeping him alive with the beat again. These Lucio players do not want their Orisa to die. I know their Orisa is a very key player, setting up these combos for them to actually get kills and everything. Able to keep out the Orisa. Atlanta Reign maybe committing a little bit too much, trying to kill the Orisa there. And, out of position, and it wound up costing them. The ultimates here seem to be pretty similar. They could get. I think New York Excelsior are going to be looking to set up a combo with their Doomfist, and they are. Ooh, and he barely gets out alive there. Holy, he has to use his ultimate to get out of the fight. New York have to retreat here. Jonak just trying to keep everybody alive. Everybody on both teams seems to be pretty topped off, but Gator gets focused down. And there's just too much damage coming out from the bongo. Very well played from New York Excelsior. Just backing off after their Doomfist almost died. Very close there. they all decide to back off, and they're able to make it out alive and get a nice counterplay on them. Everybody looked like he was shooting at his team's own bongo. Just going in for the blossom. No setup whatsoever. Just going in for the blossom, the carry blossom. He's able to get some kills with it. And yeah, it's a very Orosa's ultimate, very important ultimate there. You see the value of the bongo. Baby Bay, I think Baby Bay really wanted to get his Death Blossom off before the bongo uh, was destroyed or whatever. And maybe Popo did not have his pull off cooldown. Libero gets a massive pick onto Popo. Popo maybe a little bit overextended there, being a little ambitious. And Atlanta Reds to back off. They aren't able to get any kind of snowball potential. Both teams will have both support ultimates and Doomfist ultimate. Looking pretty similar otherwise. So you'll be looking for some sneaky stuff here. Able to kill Dogman in his coalescence. But luckily Masa saves his beat, which is very good. It looks like Animo might have wasted his beat there. It didn't seem very actually no, he used it to save his Reaper. Which is a very, well played, good awareness from him. They're going to take a fight early here. They're going to force Masa to use beat, using the Graphitic Flux to separate the team. They're isolating Gator here. It looks like he's in trouble. Drop the bongo. It looks like Atlanta Rain able to stabilize. They kill the bongo. Mono overextended. They lose their main support, but it's an even fight here. Both Sigma's down. Atlanta Rain, no, they have little heals. But they do have better spawns. Dogman back in the fight now, healing everybody. And Libero's up top. Ursa's going to try to pressure him out. And Ursa's going to set up for his own play. And Reaper, maybe he gets booped away from two different things there and unable to get any value out of the Death Blossom. They didn't set it up well, but they set up that well. Huge pull from Pokepo. Very well set up from the Orisa and the Doomfist and Atlanta Rain. And they are able to cap last point in overtime because of that. Get the job done. The boys getting the job done. Welcome back. Atlanta Reign, New York Excelsior. Only built to serve. No bots on Kings Row. Kings Row, actually, one of the oldest maps in the game. I believe it was the second map that they ever made for the game. The first map, Temple of Anubis. I believe Temple of Anubis, Hanamura, Kings Row were some of the first maps in the game. Kings Row actually is just one of the favorite maps of all players in Overwatch. This map just has, it's just very nice and tight, very close quarters. But it has enough diversity on each point. Oh, and it looks like Atlanta Reign are setting up some sneaky stuff here. Gator, and Erster getting on the high ground. New York Excel have strats of their own. They are coming out with a Bastion Symmetra. They're going up the left side there. That's the two of them. It looks like Animo will come with them. Let's see where they go. Atlanta Reign may be prepared for this, actually. But Atlanta Reign not able to capitalize, not able to get any kills before the Bastion gets in formation there. The Bastion gets in formation. He gets very low, Sabiolbi. Everybody trying to keep him alive here. They're able to just pressure him down, force him into that, force him off to the high ground and back into that little choke point there. The team gets a little bit split off, not able to regroup properly. Atlanta Reign definitely prepared for New York Excelsior here. And New York Excel has to swap off, getting their ultimates reset on those DPS characters. Maybe a bit of a waste of the gravitic flux here. They're able to get a pick onto the. They're able to get a pick onto the Orisa very early with the May wall there, but they did get a support ult out of New York Excel. Dogman died, but oh wow, they know their Lucio went. They know that they have no supports right now. And Atlanta Reign forced it back off here. But they're coming back. Their supports are back in the fight. Dogman using Coalescence. Amasa using the beat. Right as the gravitic flux is used from, or the flux is used from Meko. And they're kind of just pigeonholing them into this corner here. New York Excel decided to use their bongo after Popo used his bongo. Very well played there. And then they also use beat, and they should win off the back of this. Very well played to disengage and no. Yeah, they just put them all into here. A huge pull there. Wow, really, damn, that was crazy stuff from New York Excel. They disengage. They have the three people sit in the back there, and then they wait for. They know Atlanta Reign can't really push too far. With the bongo, they're missing players. They can't push that far, and then they decide to re-engage with their own bongo and their own beat. They force them into a corner, and they just destroy them. The wall unable to, the May wall unable to really protect Atlanta Reign for too long. The New York Excel take point control there, and they had to. Atlanta Reign had to back off. Oh, and that's just such a nice combo from the Orisa and the Doomfist. I think Atlanta Reign kind of knew that was coming to them. They didn't use any ults, or well, I mean they don't have any ults to use, but they They were kind of actually no, they were kind of like split apart, you know. New York Excel looking to get a very nice time bank. Mecco maybe using his flux a bit early there. The cooldowns were still available on the Atlanta Rain side, and he did not get any value whatsoever. Animo realizes his teammates are or sorry, Dog Masa realizes his teammates are in trouble. Uses beat. Animo used the beat to survive the flux, and they're able to win off the back of that. So Bjolby on the flank, going for the on the flank with the Death Blossom. He was able to set it up with his Orisa to pull them all into it and get good value out of the Reaper and the Death Blossom there. Again, the New York Excelsior they have this down to a science of when they know exactly when they're going to pull and when they're going to use these ultimates to secure these kills. Yeah, Atlanta Range is trying to die on the card here so that they can hopefully take a third fight and get time off the clock, potentially get a third fight here. They do have both of their ultimates. Baby Bay on the Bastion, really good here on third point. Popo gonna support him on the Bastion. And they're doing everything they can to kill this Bastion, but they're just unable to. And they're winning off these support ultimates in this Bastion pick. It's a very smart swap from Baby Bay. And the whole team was able to play around it, keep the Bastion alive. They used the beat to keep him alive. They used the Coalescence to keep him alive. They were just New York Excel just unable to get value there, but they will have a bit of an ultimate advantage coming into this next fight. They're going to have their beat coming up. Masa realizing he's not going to be able to get another beat off, and also that is Baby is now on Bastion. He switches to Baptiste. And New York coming on the left side here. Just trying to take some kind of map control. Just any kind of map control away before they go in. Regrouping, making sure all their cooldowns are online that they want. Use the flux on the Bastion in the back. They realize that if they just kill whoever is on the point and they distract the Bastion enough in the back, they kill whoever's on point, that they will win the fight, or that they will be able to cap the point, and the Bastion can't really do anything, and these supports can't really do anything about contesting the cart. They go after the tanks, but their priorities seem a bit split as using their ults in different places. And Atlanta Rain able to regroup because of their respawns here. Because the respawn advantage. Mono on the Reinhardt. Everybody's on fast characters right now, just trying to get to the cart. They know that there's not going to be another fight. They just swap the fast heroes so they can get to the cart as fast as possible. Mono not able to get any value out of the Rhine, and it looks like Atlanta Rain might be taking this map here. And this is just an all-out brawl. Say Bjolby coming in with the 2K though. This is huge. There's only 3 players alive for the Atlanta Rain. Are they really doing this? In New York, take it. Wow. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Atlanta Rain has a respawn advantage. As well as the. Oh, we're not fucking talking. Oh, should I? I'll take a piss after this. Take a piss after this. New York just going with the safe strat here. They don't want to be on the Bastion. They don't want to risk losing it. Um, going with the safer plays. Not trying to catch their opponent off guard. Their opponent already knows what's going on with it, so just gonna go with the mirror match. Atlanta Rain playing on the right side here, trying to get some map control, trying to get some kind of advantage. Oh, they were trying to get Gator there. There's a Meko there. He got stunned. Ooh, and a very nice pull. Poco pushes up. And they're using these halls off cooldown. They are just using these halls off cooldown, man. They are just trying to get every bit of value out of these halls as possible. And Urster and Poco very well and able to combo with those pulls, able to take the first point. Atlanta Reign played a very patient game there with the minute that they had. They knew that they only had one fight, and they actually swap onto the Bastion here. It's very interesting. Dogman swaps onto the Baptiste. Oh, if Atlanta, New York Excel prepared for the ultimates of Atlanta Reign. Atlanta maybe getting a bit cocky with the Bastion pick there. But overall, considering they only had a minute, pushed the cart pretty far. Pretty far. Atlanta also having some Bastion strats. This is I do not think that this is stuff that's on the fly. I think that they have prepared some of these Bastion strats and refined them a little bit here to so they know what kind of advantages they will have. Bastion, not the kind of hero you're really able to poke at and really able to like sit in the line of sight of at all. He just kills you too quickly. And so they know if they just kind of sit the Bastion on the cart and he will make enough space to where they can get a decent amount of cart distance there for them. Uh, and New York Excel was able, or they had to kind of back off and take the fight in the streets phase, unable to stuff them in the choke because of Bastion. Oof. Very nice pull. The shields go down, and Libero punches through. While the Atlanta Reign's cooldowns were down, they're able to get a pick. And Atlanta Reign coming back. Sabiel be separated from his team, not not doing enough damage to really uh, get any value here. They only give up a tick to New York, and New York they're going to be able to take a second fight, but it's not going to be a very good one. They're going to be very split off here. Urster going down to the Coalescence. Jonak focusing him. Doom is a very big character. Wow. The New York Excel aware that both teams had a player disadvantage and just kind of made the best of what they what they had, and what they had was pretty good. Atlanta Reign unable to use their ultimates effectively enough, and now New York Excel has an ult advantage here. The bongo gonna be the flux gonna be the big thing that could potentially win things for them. But even if it doesn't, they do have the bongo, and they don't even need it. They're just gonna win this fight. The coordination between Mono and both Libero and Sabiel will be very tight, very tight. Don't even think Atlanta Reign going to be able to touch the point at all here, and they're not. It's going to be New York Excel taking the first two maps of the series as we go into halftime.